All right, we are live. I just want to play a beat real quick. I'll fix this shit when I edit it. I just want to see if it plays while we're
Yeah.
okay. We on. We on.
Nice.
All right, here we go. We're live. All right. Yo, what up? This is LeWa with the motherfucking beat table, where we interview producers and beat makers and ask them why they love what they do so much. And we have right here.
My name is Mauricio Alexandro Lopez. I'm from Northern California, Tracy 209, and I'm happy to be here.
Bam. There we go, man. Yo, I got introduced to this cat literally like 2-3 days ago.
Like
right?
72 hours from now, yeah.
Yeah. So I got introduced to this cat by the little homie, Andy Rodriguez. And that guy's like, yo, this dude just came out with, he's about to come out with a project, and you need to fucking get this guy in because he is fire and he knows exactly what he's doing. And I actually heard the tracks, and let me tell you, man, those shits are beautiful, bro.
Nice.
Those shits are nice, man. They're nice. I couldn't get off the first track. I couldn't get off of it. I think I replayed it for like an hour. The production is insane. You said your boy played the trumpets on that?
Yeah. Theo Juarez out of Houston, Texas. Yep.
Man, those trumpets. I'm a sucker for for horns, bro, for like brass. You know what I'm saying? Like,
yeah.
I love that shit. But so you said you're from
Northern California. I'm Tracy, California. Tracy.
You're from Tracy. What's another like city that's close to that?
So if you heard of Stockton, it's about 20-minute drive away. It's pretty central to our area.
Oh, okay. So Stockton, California. All right, cool.
Yeah, nice. We're in the Tri-Valley. So we're close.
Nice. Hell yeah. That's what's up. So your artist name, because I seen you posted on Instagram.
Yeah.
You don't have an AKA. You're like
not anymore. Not anymore. I mean, honestly, I'm not throwing any shade at anybody younger or anything like that, but I'm getting older into my grown man stuff, and I'm trying to go by my own name. And see where it takes me. Yeah.
So is that where people are going to be able to find you? They're going to be able to find you on all streaming platforms under Mauricio Alexandro Lopez?
Yeah. This name right here, it's going to be able to be found under that. And the album is going to be Iyer, so it's IEYERR. So it'll be the only thing that spelled like that.
Okay. So in Tracy, California, like what was it like growing up right there, bro? Like let us know, because I don't know. I've never been there. You know what I'm saying? So
I've lived in LA. I've lived in the Los Angeles area a lot, and it reminds me a lot of Santa Ana out there. It's very yeah. It's always sunny here, but there was a lot of Mexican history in this area, as well as a lot of like white people in this area, if I can say that much. So there's always been this kind of divide. So a lot of gangs in and out of this area. So a lot of that, but throughout the years, it's mainly been more of a commuter town. Everybody comes here to spend less money and work in the Bay, or you come out here to get away from the Bay. But that's pretty much how it's been growing up here. We go to other places like San Francisco, Stockton, Modesto, but here in Tracy, it's considered a cow town in the Valley.
That's the only place I've been to in Northern California is Modesto.
Yeah, I used to live there. That's closer than Stockton. Yeah,
that shit. That's a whole world on its own right there. Bro.
Yeah, it is. Yeah, it is. It's a little cleaner in Tracy and a little less in activity, but it bleeds in over here from those two areas.
Yeah, that's crazy, bro. That's crazy. So Tracy, damn, did you have do you have a lot of family growing up, or was your family like pretty small?
I'm from a blended family, so I didn't grow up with my parents. I grew up with my grandparents. So I was raised by them,
Nice.
but then I also like, so here's a weird thing. Both of my parents never lived in town, but their parents did.
Oh snap.
So I grew up on Deborah Street. That's where my mom's mom raised me. But then like 10 blocks down the road, there was my dad's parents. So I grew up in those two places, spent time with those families equally. But then,
Uh-huh.
like, my parents also had families of their own. So I spent time with them. So I was kind of the only child that was passed around a lot of families. So it was a lot of family in this area. But I was always in other places every weekend, either at
Hey,
my dad's or my mom's. So,
which is good and
yeah,
bad. You know
yeah,
what I'm
yeah,
saying? Like
yeah.
it's good because you were like independent. You're like, man, I'm getting moved around all the time and shit. But it's bad because you got moved around a lot. I know I
Right.
did. I got moved around a shitload of times. You
Oh,
know what I'm saying?
really? So you know
Yeah,
then.
hell
You
yeah,
know.
yeah. I was like, man. So it took an effect on me as well. But at the same time, it taught me to be a fucking beast, bro. It
Yeah,
taught me to
that's
be a
good.
beast because like I was like, man, I leave me in the middle of a forest, like I'm good. You know what I'm
Yeah,
saying?
yeah.
Like I'm a hunt and I'm a build, you know?
No,
But
yeah, I
that's
get it.
crazy. So
You know,
what was
it
like,
was fun though.
yeah, hell yeah. So
Okay,
what was like the music like in like your community? Like you growing up, what was the music like?
oh, it was a lot of oldies, a lot of Temptation, Smokey Robinson, a lot of even like Willie Nelson on the countryside from my grandpa, because he was like a
Hell
hippie
yeah.
girl. So he was in the military, so I got a lot of that hard rock influence, and I got a lot of the oldies. But if I was around my uncles, I was hearing a lot of the Bay Area rap, like
Yeah.
E40 and Too Short. So it
Hell
was a
yeah.
mix. It was a mix, man.
So right away at a young age, like how old were you when you first like heard hip hop?
Man, well, I got into like Prince and Michael Jackson first, so they were always huge. But my mom always told me to check out James Brown. So when I heard James Brown, then I noticed a lot of people sampled those beats. So when I got into hip hop, it was right around Bone Thugs dropping like um was it Resurrection? I think it was. It was
Yeah.
around that time. Bone Thugs, E40, and Eminem were my introduction to hip hop, and then I immediately,
Hell
because of my
yeah.
uncle, got into uh, Wu Tang. So all of those characters I got into within like a year's time, and it just blew my mind. Yeah,
It's that
yeah,
woo,
it was
baby. It's
crazy.
that
Yeah,
woo.
yeah,
You
yeah.
got
Hmm.
that. Where's my pin at? I got a pin somewhere. I got a Wu-Tang
Oh,
pin
you
on my
do?
hand. Yeah. Yeah, I'm a huge Wu-Tang fan, bro. Like I love Wu-Tang. Like fuck. I'm
Yeah,
stuck on that show and shit. Put it that way.
yeah. They're doing it
That's
justice. It's
crazy.
interesting. Yeah, man.
So you're saying like, you know, these people like you heard their music, right? What they were listening to. So who's gonna be the one that influenced you to be more like on the hip hop side?
It would have to be Eminem. I was really interested in lyricism, and I liked the crazy
Yeah.
voices that he did. But I always felt like there wasn't that story that was told from the white person's side, from like a trailer park, from like poverty. So I kind of related with his stance towards hip hop, and of course, everybody he name checked, I just went and I went and checked out.
Yeah. Hell yeah. Royce the 5'9".
Yeah, I'm a huge fan of Royce.
That dude.
Yeah,
Yeah, hell yeah. I was like, man, when I heard Eminem's first like little LP, I was like, when I heard Royce, I was like, yo, that dude is sick too. You know what
yeah,
I'm
no,
saying?
yeah.
Because
Bad
I
Meets
grew
Evil,
up
I
an
think it was.
Eminem fan. Yeah, I
Oh,
grew
really?
up an Eminem fan as well. Yeah, and I was like stuck on that fool, man. I was like, damn, this dude is nasty, bro.
Yeah,
But
super lyricist right there.
that's yeah. No, and I had kind of heard him a little bit before that through what was it? Fucking my god, I was just listening to it. Ruckus Records,
Yeah,
Sound Bombing. So I heard him on
yeah,
Sound Bombing with a bunch of other MCs like Thurston Howe the Third, like a bunch of cats. And I was like, I heard Eminem shit, and I was just like, yo, this white boy is nasty.
yeah,
Like
yeah,
this dude is holding his weight. You know what I'm saying?
yeah.
So that's crazy. So like jumping into that and listening to that, like what inspired you to like make beats? Like where did you get like the production side of it?
Man, I didn't start making beats until about 3 years ago.
Oh,
So
snap. Okay.
yes, I was just a writer, a singer. You know, I tried to play a little bit on instruments, but I didn't start actually producing myself for myself and others until 3 years ago. So, but I learned music theory young, so I was always in tune with music and how to do music.
Uh-huh.
But I had never. I kind of felt like you either chose to be a rapper or you chose to be a producer. You know, because I was
Yeah.
spending so much time perfecting the schemes and the bars and the rhymes. But when I decided I wanted to stop paying for beats about 3 years ago, I started making beats.
You're like, fuck
Yeah,
that.
and
and
you
that and
yeah.
that yeah, and that's literally what inspired me, bro. Like I grew up fucking poor, bro. Like I grew up fucking broke. I didn't have shit, never had
Yeah,
shit. And even growing up, being a young adult was hard for me to try to adapt to like be financially stable and learn how to do everything. I literally had to teach
yeah,
myself everything. So when I was rapping and shit, you know, at least trying to, I was like,
yeah,
man, like I would hit fools up like how much for beat, and they'll be like this much. I'll be like, fuck, it's either that or
yeah,
or milk and bread and eggs. You know what I'm saying? Like,
yeah,
so
yep,
I taught myself how to fucking make beats, bro. Like straight up, you know.
yeah,
So that's good, man. That's good that you know you're doing the production side of it because it's gonna help you advance even writing lyrics because
yeah,
you're making your beat, you're writing your lyrics, you're engineering your own shit. You know what I'm saying? So
yeah,
that's dope. So when you because you I was just talking to you earlier, you were saying that you go by your legal name. What
yeah,
did you go by anything before that? Like did you have an alias before that?
yeah, yeah. So, oh man, a couple. So I'll just give you the names. And there was the most prominent was Ace Hollywood. I created that when I was in high school. I was in a couple rap things, but I think 2016 I had made my way out to Long Beach with a buddy of mine named Mitch. Shout out Mitch, and we were in a rap group from Compton, and these dudes were super
Nice.
lyricists, like a L.A. Wu-Tang, and they had ties with like Kendrick in the game and all them. And I realized that my name kind of wasn't up to par. And when we parted ways, we I decided to do a name change, and it was a whole character, man. So for the last 3 years, I had a mask, I had a whole costume, I had like visual effects and stuff like that. So I was known as someone else when I met Andy online, and
Uh-huh.
so after seeing where that went, I was doing a lot of things with it, but I just felt like it wasn't necessarily me. So
Yeah.
other than that, that ended about, I'd say, within the last year. And then now here I am. I was going under the name of this album, which is Ire. But then a buddy of mine was like, you know, you're
Oh,
giving a lot
okay.
of yourself. Yeah, yeah. He was saying you're being really intimate with like your lyric choices and who you are. And I feel like I finally met you through your music. So you should go by your government name. And so I just ran with it. That actually happened about within the last month.
Damn, that's dope. That's dope,
Yeah.
dog. That's dope because not a lot of people have the guts to do that shit. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like they're like, nah, you know what? I really don't want nobody to know who I am. Like, you know, I'd
Yeah.
rather just, you know, use something else. Like
Yeah.
me, I don't want nobody to know who I am. I'd rather just go by LOA or LOA.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm like, yeah, my name kind of, you know, my name's kind of whack. You know what I'm saying? Like, but you know, you got a dope ass name, dog. Mauricio Alejandro Lopez.
Thank
That's
you.
dope. That's fucking dope. That's dope.
Yeah.
So what was like your like whole inspiration behind like I know like you were like, man, I'm you know, I don't want to fucking pay for beats and shit, but there
Yeah.
has to be something that inspired you to like be like, you know what, I'm gonna start making beats and shit. What was that inspiration?
Man, speaking to Andy, I learned a lot more about Jay Dilla than I knew before. So I started to go into like Big L freestyles, and I started to go into like MF Doom and Madlib, and I really,
R.I.P. Both of
yeah,
them.
RIP, because I was wearing a mask. So I hit MF Doom first, and I started to notice that there was a certain pattern. And I guess in my mind, I was able to kind of crack the code as to what instrument went where. And I started to feel like, well, you know, man, I could take this $500 I got and buy this exclusive beat, or I can trust that I can figure it out and spend 500 on this beat software and this keyboard and this looper and stuff like that. So I saw a
Damn.
lot of, yeah, and then boom. So it was really just like kind of reconnecting with the real hip hop stuff that even led me to get better at doing EDM and stuff like that. So it was actually Jay Dilla,
Hell
I would
yeah.
say.
Hell yeah. That's and man, again, dude, rest in peace, Jay Dilla. Rest in peace,
Yeah.
MF Doom. Like both of those guys are huge inspirations across the world for hip hop.
Yeah.
You know, just the way they create, man, is insane, bro. Like, but and
Yeah.
even Andy's a fucking dope ass producer, bro. Like he's like
Yes.
I said, I've known him practically like a very long time. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So
Hmm.
he's advanced and as well as I have in everything that we do. And that's dope. I'm glad that he inspired you and led you to
Yeah.
do what it is that you're doing, bro. That's fucking awesome and shit.
Yeah, if you don't know hip hop and you're around Andy, he'll let you know. So it was a kind of a masterclass from somebody I respected. So I kind of just took what he said and trusted myself with it, because he trusts himself, like you said. So I was like, well, if he can do it, then I should be able to do it too.
Yeah, that's dope, man. That's dope. So what do you use to make your beats? Like what's your weapon?
So I use Ableton, but well, I mean, I was an audio engineer for about 10 years. I was also doing that side. So I kind of know the entire process. So I have all of the main softwares like Ableton, Logic Pro. I even sometimes use GarageBand, Fruity Loops and stuff like that. Only thing I don't
Yeah.
got is Pro Tools, but right now I use Ableton a lot.
Okay, nice. So
Mm.
you use like plugins and like a lot of drum kits and shit like that. What do you use, like a
Yeah.
MIDI control keyboard, or you have a beat machine, or
No, I do. I have a couple keyboards. I have a
okay,
48 key and I have a 21 key. I have a looper,
nice.
but I play most of my stuff
Okay,
freehand, and I use loops
nice.
or samples if I find some.
Also, you play instruments.
Yeah, I taught myself in the last 3 years to play piano and do all this, all of it. Yeah,
Damn, that's sick.
yeah, man, it was hard.
That's freaking dope. So how did you connect with your boy in Houston? Like did you already know him, or you were like somebody sent you like, hey, you should go check this guy out? Like how did
No,
you meet?
he hit me up. Actually, I was wearing the mask then, and I was
Oh, dope.
doing interviews on the EPMI podcast. That's the podcast I do. So I was hitting up artists every single month, trying to get an interview every single month, and I found like a really good lo-fi beat that had really good trumpet in it, and I just
Yeah.
clicked on the dude's name. I found him online, and he was like, "Hey, I like your mask," and I was like, "I like your music. You want to do an interview?" And that's how we started a friendship. That was it.
That's dope. Yeah, that
Yeah.
that beat is dope, bro.
Yeah, thank you.
And we're gonna let everybody hear that beat once the interview's done. We're gonna let everybody hear that shit so they can
Yeah,
hear it. But because that shit's nice right there.
thank you.
When
Yeah.
when does that project drop?
It drops March 10th, so in 10 days from today.
Oh, nice. Hell
Yeah,
yeah. That's dope. Yeah,
available everywhere.
that's gonna be something good for the ears right there.
Thank you.
It's gonna open up some places in your brain that you didn't think that were.
Yeah, yeah, you might not wanna go there, but yeah.
Yeah. I was like chilling. It was you sent it to me in the evening. It was already nighttime and shit.
Yeah.
Like right when it came on, like I play my shit loud, bro. I got the KRK 8s, you know what I'm saying?
Nice.
I,
Oh.
I was thumping that shit, and my girl's in the studio with me, and she's like, damn, she's like, that fool sounds like Eminem. She's like, he's on it. Yeah.
Oh,
She's like,
nice,
he's on it.
nice.
And I'm like, I mean, to me, like when I get compliments like that, I'm like, hell yeah. Some people are like, man, fuck that. I don't want to sound like nobody, like, but
Yeah.
you know, my
It's a
girl's not really
compliment
like
to
a
me, man.
super,
Yeah.
yeah, my girl's not like a super like hip hop fan. She listens to hip hop and shit, but for her to be
Mhm.
like, damn, that fool sounds like Eminem. I was like, oh shit, okay, that's
Yeah,
dope. Hell
that's the
yeah,
dope.
that's yeah. So
Yeah.
that's crazy. So you within the 3 years of you making beats and shit, what is a piece of equipment that you wish you could have? If somebody was to give you a blank check and be like, here, go online or go to Guitar Center, go wherever you want to go and go get whatever you want, what would that one piece of equipment be?
What's the MPC that Dylan and them use? It's a MPC. It's the gray one.
What is it, the 2000 or the 2500?
I think it's the two. It's either the two. I believe it's the 2500. That would be it. I would want
Okay.
that. Yeah,
Hell yeah.
because man, I've heard so many stories about that, and I even had a buddy that I used to work with that had it, and he like carried it in his car, because he didn't want to leave it at home. I mean, that
In
right
the
there.
car seat.
Yeah, yeah, no, for real. He used to have a case for it and everything. He would check on it on his lunch. Like he was serious about it, man. That.
Yeah. Hell yeah. So the MPC. So
Yeah,
MPC actually has a lot of shit. They got the MPC 1, the MPC Live,
nice.
MPC Live 2, the 500, the 1000, the 2000, 2000 XL, the 2500, the
Damn.
3500. Like they got, dude, they got infinite amount of shit, bro. They got the MPK Mini. You know what I'm
Yeah,
saying? Like the MPK
yeah.
Mini.
I have one of
They got,
those. I got one of those right there.
yeah. So they got like so much shit, bro. Like so many possibilities. You know what I'm saying? Like what,
Yeah,
like you said, like the loop. They have like a looper. They got like, man,
yeah,
I love Akai, bro. Akai's a dope company, and
yeah,
they come with their shit. So if you was to get a 2500, that'll be a good decision right there, bro. Especially like
yeah, man.
making beats and shit. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
But
I agree.
but that's dope, dog. So if you were to be right able to go on a artist vacation, right,
Hmm.
anywhere in the world to work on a project, just with you or with another artist, whatever, where would you go? Where would that destination be?
Uh, I'd probably go to like Oaxaca or something like that in Mexico. No, and anywhere near like some type of ruins or something like that. I'm really into that right now. I'd probably go out there
Hey,
in the safest spot.
I know, right?
Yeah,
Hey,
I'm not trying to get beheaded.
if you went there, you would sample some sick ass shit, bro.
Yeah, man. I would hope. I
You would
mean, just
sample
nature.
yeah, hell yeah. With some
Yeah,
tribe stuff, like that'll be crazy right there, bro. That'll be
yeah,
nice.
dude.
And the environment would be good too. You know what I'm saying? The environment would be good. It would take you back to like your roots and shit. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
So it probably opened up so many dimensions that you wouldn't even think was possible, bro. That's
yeah.
dope, man. So have you worked with any, have you ever made any beats for any other artists?
I got a group about 10 people that I work with. I've made beats for all of them. Right now I'm making a beat for me and Andy. So yeah, I'm doing as much as I can.
Yeah. Hell yeah. That's dope, bro. That's
Yeah.
what's up. That's what's up. If you were to ever if you were to be able to connect with an artist and make a beat for that person or even work on a whole project, what would that wish list look like?
How many people we talking?
Shit, as many as you want, bro. We got all day.
Okay. Yeah, yeah. Okay, so I'll start with 5 because I mean, sheesh, if we're talking about singers, I would love to meet up with Adele, The
Ooh.
Weeknd, Sam Smith, this dude named Labyrinth, and maybe like a female vocalist like Ariana Grande. But if we're talking to
Hell,
like acts in general, uh, Yellow Wolf, Saint John, Black, he's from Atlanta, um, Kanye, and this
oh
dude
man.
named John Bellion. He's a writer in from New York too. It'd be those guys.
Okay, hell yeah. Well, we're gonna
Yeah,
have to tag them on this shit so we could get you
hell
connected.
yeah. Let's do it. I'm ready. Shots fired. I'm ready.
Hell yeah. What about a beat maker? Would somebody, would like a couple beat makers, a few beat makers be on your wish list to like collab with them?
I mean the greats, man. I mean, uh, because here's the thing, I would have to feel like I could hold my own with them.
Yeah.
You know, I would be up to meet up with Dre, um, Dr. Dre, Scott Storch, um, John Bellion's a beat maker that I look up to. Him, it'd definitely be him. Boy Wonder,
Hell yeah.
and if I'm just rounding it out, I'd want to meet up with. does Quincy Jones count? I mean,
Hell
because
yeah.
he's top of my list. It'd be
I know
Quincy.
I know his son produces as well.
Oh, really? Hey, his son then.
Yeah, Quincy Jones the third.
Oh,
Yeah.
nice.
Yeah.
Anyone to get in the door, but yeah.
He actually I don't know if you ever heard the song, but there's a song called Questions by Tech Nine, and he actually made the beat for that song. So if you've never heard it, which is an old ass song, he's probably done shit like previous, but
Yeah,
for me, that's one of the songs that I like that he's produced, and it's a sick ass beat, bro.
I think
And
I
it
have
says
heard that.
Cutie Third did the beat. Yeah.
Oh, yeah, that's like Calm Before the Storm. Yeah, because I'm a Tech Nine fan. Yeah, I'm gonna check that out. I want to know what
Yeah.
that
If
sounds
I'm
like.
not mistaken, I think he made that beat. I'm pretty sure he is the one that made that beat because he said his name or some shit like that. Or I looked up who produced it or some shit. But I'm
Yeah,
pretty sure he's the one that made that beat. But yeah, but okay, cool. That's what's up. That's dope.
nice.
That's dope. And again, like you say like you gotta, meet up, you gotta be uh as you say, like good enough to be able
Yeah.
to, be in the presence of these beat makers and shit. But I say you are, bro.
Oh, thank you, man.
I say you are because even though you've only been making beats for 3 years, there's cats that have been making beats for like a long time. Like like you said, like you've been knowing about music theory for a long time,
Yeah,
and you've been writing music for a long time. So you've been listening to music for a long time.
yeah,
You tapping in on the beat side of it, on the production side of it, is just as equal time as you've been doing all this stuff, right?
yeah.
You just started doing it. You just started generating your own sound and shit. You know what I'm saying? So me hearing your shit, I'm like, yo, this cat's dope.
Nice. Thank you,
I
man.
wouldn't, I
Appreciate that.
wouldn't, I wouldn't have thought you've only been making beats for 3 years.
Oh, thank you. That's a
Yeah,
good compliment right there. I try to make sure that's what you say.
yeah. No, I wouldn't have thought that. Like that's why you said 3 years. I was like, oh shit, what the fuck?
Yeah,
Like years, like oh shit. Okay, okay.
yeah. It's from being an audio engineer, man. When you're recording people all the time and like you hear how their voice sits in the beat and it sits in the mix, and then you hear like choices, you start to really think like, man, I could do this. I don't want my homie to spend $250 on this. I could do this, save us some money.
Right.
Just trying to get there.
Invest that somewhere else, huh?
Right. Yeah. Invest it somewhere else. Yeah.
That's what's up. That's
Yeah.
what's up. So you being a beat maker, like what makes you so unique? Like what would you say makes you unique as a beat maker?
Um, my wife told me this the other day. She said that what makes me a good beat maker is that I don't think within the limitation of the genre. I hear like maybe I'll hear horns that would sound good on a boom bap track, but then the bass will be something from like funk, and then maybe I'll put some strings behind it that should be for like cinematic stuff, and then I'll add some
Yeah.
vocal samples that should be for like pop. So I think in those terms, I don't think like okay, it has to be lo-fi crack, it has to be crackle, it has to be 4/4 drums, it has to have like a sample. I like all that stuff, but I'm always like thinking, how can I blend it? How can I make my love for like cinema movies be complemented by my love for 90s boom bap mecha drums, and then like add some cool transitions in there that should be used in EDM. I think that my mind to like blend these things is what makes me unique.
Okay. And like you said, when you're younger, like your family members, like your dad and everybody, like introduced you
Yeah.
to different genres of music. You know what I'm saying? So
Yeah.
like from the classic rock to like oldies and funk and all that shit. And that
Mhm.
was the same thing. That was the same thing for me. Like
Yeah.
nobody listened to hip hop. Everybody listened to like oldies, old school funk. Like
Yeah.
underground funk, like classic rock. Same exact shit.
Yeah.
And then when I got involved in making beats, I would add like those type of drums, rock drums and shit like that, just slow them
Yeah.
down.
Yeah.
But hell yeah, that definitely makes you unique, bro. That definitely makes you unique
Yeah.
for
Thank you.
sure.
Yeah, dude. Thank you.
Um, so as far as like everything that you're doing, um, what do you think is the most important part of making a beat?
Um, from an artistic side, I think that you should really like it. You should really vibe with it yourself. not for like what you think other people would think about it or how it fits. I think that it's important that you kind of have a relationship with it. You know, you treat it like it's a living thing because it is. You know, it like it takes a shape of itself, inspiration from God or whatever you think. I think it's important to just keep that relationship going and really give it respect until it's finished.
Hell yeah.
And
Yeah.
finish your shit, like finish your beats. You know, you know that
Hey,
too.
I erase the shit that I don't finish because I'm like, man, if I didn't finish it, that was for a reason. You know what I'm saying? Like,
Yeah.
but
Uh-huh.
that's crazy that you say that because just yesterday I was on Instagram, right? Well, every day I'm on fucking Instagram, but I was on Instagram last night before bed and I was looking through the reels and shit. And there was a student asking the professor, he's a music professor, and he asked the professor, he goes, in jazz, who do you think is the most important person, the listener or the player?
Yeah.
And the professor was like, the listener. And everybody's like, oh shit. And he goes, because the player is gonna have to listen to his shit.
Mhm.
And everybody was like,
Yeah.
oh shit, you know, and that's true. Like you definitely gotta vibe to your own shit. If you're not vibing to your own shit, then what's the purpose? You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Very true. Yeah, very true.
That's just like if you're not vibing, if you're not loving your own shit, you're not vibing to your own shit. Like, you
Yeah.
know,
Yeah.
like fuck.
That's the
That's
truth.
just crazy. But as far as like, you know, who you are as an artist, like what is something that you see yourself doing 5 years from now? Like a goal.
Um, hmm. I have been making those types of thoughts lately. Um, what I want to do 5 years from now has to do a lot more with like setting up shows for other artists. Um,
Oh,
my
nice.
goal right now is to create something in this area where people can come and perform their music because there's no outlets for about an hour, you know. So
Damn.
just like me, I'm right here in the middle of the 209. You know what I mean? I had to go to LA to get things, or I had to talk to people that are from other areas. What I
Yeah.
hope to be doing 5 years from now, which is a plan that I'm actually like writing up with a buddy of mine, shout out Tino and my wife, because that's how we want to make some passive income, is to rent a plot for people to come and perform and get the experience to perform better and kind of like see their music through, you know. So in 5 to 10 years, I hope to be doing that as a job.
Okay. Hell yeah.
Yeah.
That's what's up. Well, I hope you do, man.
Thank you.
And I know you will. I know you will because or else you wouldn't be as successful as you are right now. You know what I'm saying?
Mhm.
I don't if you didn't have that right state of mind, I don't think you would have made the EP that you made that I heard.
Oh,
Because
really?
that
Yeah.
shit sounds confident. That shit sounds confident as fuck.
Thank you. Thank you.
That shit has
Yeah.
yeah, that shit sounds super confident, bro. That shit sounds like you're ready to hit the streets and let people know who you are,
Yeah.
Mauricio. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
that's dope. So what's something that you would want to tell everybody right now? Like that's about to watch this.
I would say go check out my EP March 10th, everywhere you can. And honestly, what I want to say, if I could say anything, because this will probably be the only interview that I do, is if you're Mexican, if you've ever felt whitewashed, if you've ever felt like you're not enough or that you don't have an identity, this is for you, because
Hell yeah.
it sounds confident, but this is the stuff that I've been afraid to talk about my whole life. So this is stuff that I still deal with. This is stuff that like I've never been confident in my Mexican isms, but
Yeah.
right now, I feel like God has spoken to me, and I'm not trying to go viral or any shit like that. But if you're Mexican and you've dealt with this, and you're Latino, or if you're Black, Asian, whatever you are, whatever you're going through, and you feel like you don't have an identity, I feel confident enough that I'm speaking for you, and I hope I made you feel a little less alone. And that's pretty much my goal. So if I did that, thank you, and let me know I did that so I can continue doing it. And I just pray that you feel as comfortable being you as I feel comfortable being me right now. So that's it.
Hell yeah. Amen to that shit. Amen to that shit. Because
Yeah.
we definitely got to be comfortable with ourselves, man. We definitely do. You know what
Yeah.
I'm saying? No matter what the situation is. I definitely agree
Yeah.
with you. And that's why my acronym for my name, LOA, is love over anger.
Oh, nice.
We gotta leave that shit and we gotta love, bro, because we're all here for a reason and we're all here for a purpose to be great. You know what I'm saying? And that's the whole purpose of the shit. So without further ado, the whole purpose of the beat table is for people to hear why the fuck you are who you are, man, which is Mauricio Alexandro Lopez. And you can follow my boy. You can follow my boy on Instagram and anywhere else, any other platforms that you can find him on. His name is going to be exactly what it is on this screen. And right now we're about to play you. We're about to play you some beats right now. And here you guys go. This is Mauricio Alexandro Lopez, and this is the motherfucking beat table, baby. Let's go.
Yeah, let's go.
I'm just waiting for that drop, dog.
It's coming. It's coming. It's coming.
I'm like, ooh, this shit about to drop.
It's coming. Almost. I like to build tension.
Hell yeah. That's a vibe right there.
It's all spacey.
Yeah. That's nice. That's beautiful right there.
Thank you.
Hell yeah.
Woo! Yeah. Little vocals.
Nice. That's dope. That's dope right there.
Yeah. Comes right back in.
All right, we're about to go into the next beat right here.
My buddy needed a boom bap beat, so I made him one the other day. And this is it.
Hell yeah.
Shout out Tino.
That's a headbanger right there, boy.
Yeah.
Man, that was a nice little chorus right there.
Yeah,
that was nice.
Yeah.
Hell yeah, that was nice. Hell yeah. All right, next we're about to play.
Nice.
We're about to play the Viva beat, which is it's the instrumental, right? All right. It's the instrumental to this guy's next coming album, Iron.
Very first track.
It's nasty. That shit sounds some Mexican shit, my boy.
Yeah. That's a Mayan death whistle. Yeah. Shout out Theo.
Deep from the roots in Northern California. Father from Mexico, mom is native from Arizona.
Oh, did they just get an exclusive?
Oh, there we go.
You want me to stop it? You want me to stop it?
You're good. You're good.
Hey, you guys just got a fucking exclusive without even knowing it. Mauricio Alexandro Lopez, baby, let's fucking go. It's the beat table.
Let's go. Yeah.
Latin revolutionary, yes. Lonely road and horseback. The truth is scary, yes. Even more, but sure death is on the forecast. Sign your life on your cast. All the glory you can carry. Remain humble to fight into the family jewels. Canary type of wealth will have you singing like one. If I'm a king, Weezy said I should be blinging like one. Well, bling bling. Every time I came around, the hustler bling bling. It's all a dream until it's like best sing sing. You, me, sitting in the coffin, living carefree. For a bunch of corpses, I say truly. Please remain cautious, believe it or not. God.
That song is fucking disgusting, bro. All right, we're just gonna give him a little bit. We're just gonna give him a little bit. All right, we're just gonna give him a little bit. Yo,
check that out.
I don't want them to hear that whole shit because I want them to hear that and be like, I can't fucking wait to hear the EP that this was about to drop.
I'm down with that. Yes.
Is there any shout outs you want to give before we end this beautiful show?
Well, shout out to the Beat Table for having me on. Shout out to you. I'm super thankful you having me on. Shout out to Andy because he set this up, as well as my boys Cam, Tino, Mitch, and everyone else out there who I chill with, but those people mainly. And my wife. We good.
I was going to say, fool, you're about to get a fucking calentada, fool, if you don't say shout out to my wife. No, just kidding.
Shout out to my wife.
Yo. Big ups to Mauricio Alexandro Lopez and big ups to my brother Andy. I fucking love you, fool. And
yeah, bro.
You know, this is the fucking beat table. This is what we do. We're fucking beat makers and artists at the same time, and we love to create and we love to give greatness and to give love out here. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So, yo, thank you, Mauricio. I appreciate you, brother. I appreciate your time. Thank you for coming on. And this is the motherfucking beat table, bro.
Yeah,
and there's going to be so much more. And I know I might have you on again because you're about to drop another project right after because it's going to be so successful.
Thank you, bro. Yeah, I already got one lined up.
So we're good. Yeah. It's the beat table, baby. Let's go. Rah, 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 rah.